All right, let's get into it. Donald Trump says he's building a grand ballroom at the White House. But what if I told you? There's a wild theory that the ballroom is actually just a lid for something much bigger and much deeper. Here's what's going on. The official story is a $300 million, 90,000 square foot ballroom. Fancy, right? But when you look at the details, none of it adds up. Instead, what's really taking shape might be a secret, ultra-secure data center, like the kind Oracle built in Israel for Project Nimbus, buried 9 stories underground, missile-proof, stuffed with cutting-edge tech. Let's dig into the evidence. First off, the contractors. Trump's picked Clark Construction, not just any builder. They're the go-to for top-secret government projects, including the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency HQ and CISA Cybersecurity Headquarters. They've got special contracts that let them hide the real scope of what they're building. And get this, the architect originally hired was all about classical style and historic buildings, but he got the boot last December. His replacement? Shalom Bares, a guy who made the Pentagon more secure after 9/11, specializes in bunkers and skiffs, and has ties to the hardest targets in D.C. Then there's the physical evidence. Satellite images show massive steel caissons. Those are like giant tubes used for deep digging, and a heavy-duty crane that only sticks around for big, long-term underground jobs. Power and water upgrades? Off the charts. Pepco, the local utility, suddenly filed for emergency power work right by the East Wing, even though downtown D.C. has more empty buildings than ever. Blackstone, a major donor, is installing backup generators for over 200 megawatts of power. And D.C. Water's spending hundreds of millions, with plans to study the area right around the White House. Even the Army Corps of Engineers is worried about giant data centers using the Potomac for cooling. Now let's talk donors. You'd expect glitzy brands for a ballroom. Think Baccarat or Steinway. But the donor list reads like a tech summit. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Palantir, Booz Allen. Plus companies that make data center gear, like Carrier for cooling and Caterpillar for massive generators. There's even Boxable, who can deliver prefab shielded building, straight out of a spy novel. And then, the military's fingerprints are everywhere. Trump himself said, the military is very much involved. The East Wing sits right above the presidential emergency bunker. Tearing it down would give direct access for expansion, under maximum security and out of the public eye. So, is Trump's ballroom really about dancing? Or is it the cover story for the most secure data center in America? Built for the government's $500 billion AI project, Stargate? The more you look, the more the pieces fit. Let me know. Are you convinced, or is this just another DC conspiracy theory? Drop your thoughts below.